Herzlich willkommen bei unserem Was ist The Outer Worlds Murder on Eridanos DLC. Vielen Dank an die Entwickler, die mir den Key dafür geschickt haben. Und jetzt können wir, glaube ich, sogar einfach auf Continue drücken. Genau hier. Und gehen dann weiter, wo wir beim letzten Mal aufgehört haben. Nick hat die Outer Worlds geschaut. Und nur das letzte DLC. Schade. Also es gibt ja die VOD-Collection von allen die Outer Worlds Streams. Also du könntest rein prinzipiell auch alles nochmal sehen. Da hast du so tolle Sprüche wie, er ist vielleicht nicht nur ein Arschloch, sondern ein besonderes Arschloch. Oder wie ich da sitze und irgendwie mit Sonnenbrille zocke, weil an dem Tag da ist ja meine Brille kaputt gegangen. So. Genau, dann lass uns nochmal hochgehen und die Familie dort alleine lassen. Und dann muss ich, glaube ich, nochmal rausfinden, wo wir hin müssen. Ich glaube, wir müssen mit der Ada reden. Ich finde immer noch ihren Namen super cool. Ada. Erinnert mich nicht an Ada Lovelace. Lovelace? Oh, I have no idea how to actually pronounce her name. So.
Impeccable timing, Captain. I was about to watch the latest episode in Halcyon Helen's thrilling serial adventure.
Cool. Then we can watch it together. So, das heißt, Ada.
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance?
Let's watch it. You mentioned an Ada wave drama. I'd like to see it.
Certainly, Captain. I was hoping you would ask.
It was the law-forsaken parasites. I had become obsessed. My quest to stop them. To avenge my partner, Philip. And my ex-partner, Bernice. And Lieutenant Jurgen. And those two informants had brought me to Rizzo's distillery. But it wasn't just the triple distilled deliciousness of Rizzo's Spectrum brand vodka that I found there. It was death. I made sure the Brain Eaters paid the price. But at what cost to me? It's you.
This is the Halcyon News Network with breaking news. Halcyon Helen has been... Ludovico of Rizzo's refused to answer the big question on everyone's mind. Who will Spectrum Vodka's next spokesperson be? Claiming that a special investigation must be concluded first.
Drama.
Captain, we have a communication coming in from one Administrator Ludovico.
Get off the transmission, Cedric. We agreed to let me do the negotiating. Law be with you, friend. I am Administrator Ludovico of the famed Eridanos Atmospheric Complex. But there's no need to stand on formality. You may address me as Mr.
Let me guess. This is about Halcyon Helen's murder.
Her death is the tragedy of our lifetime. As the face of our new product line, her murder is a stain on the Rizzo's brand. She was scheduled to unveil our newest product, Spectrum Brown, before this tragic event. but we cannot move forward with our unveiling until we apprehend the killer.
What does this have to do with me?
All right, Ludovico, that's enough. You don't know what you're doing. Let me handle this. Captain Hawthorne, Sublight's favorite freelancer. I'm such an admirer of your work. Cedric Kincannon, Sublight Underground. I'm so glad we're hiring a third-party investigator. No one wants to see a troop of UDL guards stomping all over my hotel. Least of all me. The murder of Halcyon Helen is a heinous assault on this colony. I look forward to watching you find the miscreant responsible and drag them out of the shadows.
Okay. I've never heard of Sublight Underground. Or I'm having trouble seeing the death of a 2-bit actor as an assault on the colony.
2-bit actor? Oh, Captain. This isn't Spencer Woolridge we're talking about. This is Halcyon Helen, Princess of Periodicals, Duchess of Dramaturgy. You would not believe the money she made us on Dissident Busters.
For law's sake, Cedric, could you show a little discretion and not bring up your contraband operations in front of an outsider?
Please, Lou. Sublight Underground is built on discretion. I'm establishing rapport with our new contractor. Let's not give her the impression that you can't be trusted.
Do you really want to do this right now, Cedric? You want to antagonize me while I'm negotiating a contract. Because I promise you, I'll win.
Okay. Gentlemen, please. As far as I'm concerned, you're both idiots. Lassen wir die wieder verstreiten.
We can do this anytime you want. I'll even make an appointment. I'm sure your schedule's wide open. What with your product launch being indefinitely delayed due to unforeseen murder.
All right, Cedric. If that's how you want to behave, I have no choice but to file an official reprimand on your permanent record.
Oh, please do. I'd love an official reprimand from a failed executive. Could you do me a favor and have it laminated?
Could we please stop this nonsense? Captain, I'm Constable Maria Keene. Hiring a third-party investigator was my idea. I've been studying your dossier. You're a specialist. I understand you have a talent for misappropriation and bypassing security. I may not approve of these talents, but I appreciate your skill. As far as I'm concerned, you're the ideal inspector for this case.
Inspector Toronto, I like the sound of that. Although, shouldn't be this the constable's job? Constable?
I hate to admit it, but I'm a little out of my depth here. I'm used to dealing with rowdy VIPs from Byzantium, not murder. Please, Captain, I'm asking you to help us. While you're pursuing your investigation, we'll make you a guest of honor at the Grand Colonial.
I'll come around and then decide.
I encourage you to consider this offer seriously. The future of our complex may depend on your success. I'll leave you in the constable's care. Mr. Kincannon and I must have a word.
Fine. Bud Rizzo's is paying for that hotel room.
I can't tell you how grateful I am for your help. And even though they may not show their gratitude, I know Administrator Ludovico and Mr. Kincannon appreciate your involvement.
Do they now?
Mr. Kincannon could lose his spaceport if board authorities took over the investigation. And if Rizzo's is forced to cancel its unveiling, we might never recover.
Helen must have been pretty popular if her death could put an end to the operations.
Helen was more than popular. She gave something to this colony that no product line could ever provide. Real happiness. No one has ever been as well known or as well loved. Outside of our courageous business leaders.
You sound a bit worn out.
Me? Worn out? Perish the notion. My days are filled with catering to the oh-so-reasonable requests of Mr. Ludovico and Mr. Kincannon. What's not to like?
Them, they are not very likable.
Your words, not mine. Please don't take my lack of disagreement as anything other than fatigue. I am a content, productive, and happy member of our society.
That sounds very truthful. Those two seem to have issues.
The administrator oversees Rizzo's operations. Cedric runs the hotel and the spaceport. They're always at each other's throats. My life would be so much easier if they'd simply learn to work together.
You seem competent. You could have dealt with this.
I represent the law, Captain. But what's happening between Mr. Kincannon and the administrator is politics. Politics are not my area of expertise. The law is simple. Politics are complicated.
Next to nothing I can't handle.
I'm pleased to hear that. From everything I've heard, you're a competent freelancer. And at the risk of sounding impertinent, we desperately need the help of someone competent. Thank you for your time, Captain. Whenever you're ready, I've authorized the Unreliable to land at the Grand Colonial.
Alright, I've got everything I need.
Transmission terminated. Captain, we are now cleared to land at the Eridanos atmospheric complex.
I don't know. What they're trusting me to catch Halcyon Hallen's killer.
There are several reasons why someone would hire your services. In descending order of likelihood, they are as follows: desperation, confusion, mistaken identity, inebriation, and genuine faith in your abilities.
Love you, Ada. What can you tell me about Eridanos?
Eridanos is a hydrogen-helium gas giant, distinguished by a well-defined ring system. The Eridanos atmospheric complex is a system of land masses propelled through a thin layer of the upper atmosphere, where humans are potentially capable of surviving.
Thanks, Ada. Es ist nett, ne, wie sie es so ausdrückt, so... Ja... Dass sie potenziell besoffen waren, ist noch wahrscheinlicher, als dass sie ernsthaft Vertrauen in meine Fähigkeiten haben. So, wir können mal hier Junk. Genau, du hast ja schon. Okay, kriegst du das hier. Nayoka, Pavati. Ist ja ganz gut ausgerüstet. Der noch diesen Unsinn. Kriegt er auch das hier. Am Ende haben eh alle die gleichen Waffen. Das ist tatsächlich ein bisschen schade, dass irgendwie waffentechnisch nicht so viel unterwegs ist. Es gibt halt nicht so viel Varianz. So. Aber dann lass uns doch mal nach Eridanos fliegen. Eridanos. Da.
Captain, we've arrived in Eridanos.
Schick. Und natürlich nehmen wir wieder Nayoka und Pavati mit. Halcyon Helen dead at Rizzo's Distillery. Oh, ich freue mich schon drauf. geschmeidig gelandet. Unser hübscher Firefly-Nachbau.
Oh, wow. This is a job? Feels more like a vacation.
It does. Das sieht echt hübsch aus, Hübsch, hübsch, hübsch. Da kommen ein paar Guardians hoch. Und Daniel.
Hello there.
Vielen Dank für deinen
Hope
Follow.
your atmospheric entry wasn't too troublesome. As a guest of honor, you deserve the best in comfort. Sublight Salvage and Shipping Underground, or Slug, as we like to call ourselves, is delighted to welcome you to Eridanos. I'm the Grand Colonial Head Bellhop. I'm here to grab your bags and direct you, the Inspector, to the Grand Ballroom, which was the scene of the crime.
Can you fill me in on the details of the murder?
I can try. I was the one who found Helen's body in the Grand Ballroom. Corpse wasn't in the best shape. Aside from that, I don't know a whole lot. Helen was supposed to host the unveiling for Rizzo's newest product, Spectrum Brown. Until you catch the killer, the unveiling's been indefinitely postponed. Helen's death has been a shock for many. A lot of people are inconsolable. Hell, even Black Hole Birdie, Helen's beau, has wandered off. Some folks think he had something to do with the murder, but I don't believe it.
He did it. It's always the boyfriend.
I still don't understand why anyone would have it in for Ms. Helen.
Folks get heated when it comes to serials and their actors, I suppose.
Was she a divisive figure?
Not particularly. But I think some folks were jealous of her success, or otherwise viewed her as a threat. Reckon how she came about her fame didn't help.
Well, how did she get so famous?
Why, she was a natural. People fell in love with her. She managed to wrangle up a following all on her own. She ended up about as famous and high-runged as your average VP, which rubbed a lot of Byzantines the wrong way. Actors ain't supposed to get preferential treatment. Let's see here. Oh, I already spoke briefly about the Spectrum unveiling, or lack thereof. It's still an awful shame. A lot of folks looking forward to that.
I thought you worked for Slug, not Rizzo's.
I do. Rizzo's happened to rent out the Grand Colonial Ballroom from Slug for the unveiling. A nice mutually beneficial event. But the murder's gone and ruined that. Along with 9 out of 10 of my favorite cereals. Anyway, I think I've held you up long enough. Once you're ready, head down to the lobby. The ballroom is just behind the elevators. Meanwhile, I'll grab your bags.
What bags?
You're making fun, right? Your luggage, belongings, kit, wherever you keep what you ain't wearing. You're still giving me a pretty blank look. Suppose it's none of my business, but do you just wear the same set of clothes all the time?
I just wear whatever I strip from my enemy's corpses, honestly.
Well, reckon I can respect your candor, even if it scares me a smidge. Anyhow, I'll look for you in the Grand Ballroom later. Hope you can unravel this mystery, Inspector.
Ja, machen das, Leute, normalerweise nicht. So. So. Erstmal direkt mal hier ein bisschen klauen. Ich bin immerhin der Honored Guest. Repair all, bitteschön. Ich habe es glücklicherweise auf Deutsch gespielt, dann hätte ich es komplett verkackt. Warum denn? Also nicht spoilern, ne, aber hättest du es sonst nicht gerallt, wer es denn gewesen wäre, oder was? Musikbox. Ring, Ohrringe, Necklace. Wundervoll. Ich bin nicht so dem englischen Untertitel gewachsen. Ah. Also das Ding ist, ich empfehle ja tatsächlich, aber wenn du Englisch lernen willst, dann nimm einfach das Spiel hier nochmal. Du weißt ja, was passiert ist und spielst nochmal, aber auf Englisch.
Is my patronage worth nothing to you?
I'm sure you've spent a lot, sir, but unfortunately we can't make any exceptions.
Can't make any exceptions. In Byzantium, those words would be a criminal offense.
Shame we're not in Byzantium.
Ich finde ja seine Kleidung voll cool. Die würde ich ja ganz gerne abnehmen. Praktisch. Ich meine, wir können jetzt nicht direkt Leute anfangen umzubringen. Ich meine, also könnten wir schon, aber das wäre schon ein bisschen arg. Auch sealed. Ah ja. Können wir hier rüberspringen? Nein, können wir nicht. Schade. Ach, schon hübsch gemacht hier wieder. Hübsches Häuschen. Düt, alles klauen.
Greetings, Inspector. No need to check in here. Your paperwork has all been processed. You should be able to find the Colonial right ahead.
Sehr schön.
Are you enjoying the amenities?
Immensely. The Dissident Queen, Chapter 1. Halcyon Helen battles a lingering foe in a seedy bar. Halcyon Helen and Typhon Tim spoke in quiet tones about their next course of action, their voices soft beneath the din of the bar. The duo had just finished the last of the paperwork on Helen's last shop. Filing precise reports always raised her spirits. The trails led us here, and I suspect it will lead us no further. Soon, we'll find the source of the dissident monsters, said Helen, a characteristic grin on her face. Let's hope your hunch is correct, Tim murmured, for I suspect the agents will not be far behind us. As if brought on by Tim's supposition, a frightful voice suddenly thundered throughout the room. Near the doom loomed a giant and blood-stained man, looking for all his worth like he had fought his way through Mantiquin's den. It was Maximilian Mercer, well-feared dissident stooge, and he held two Spacer's Choice light pistols in his greasy hands. Oh wait, ich darf das nicht mitnehmen? Oh. Im letzten durfte ich alles mitnehmen. Ah ja. Aber Daniel, wie fandst du dann den DLC? Und hast du den anderen gespielt? Den, wie ist er noch gleich? Sie wissen schon, the something of die other Stadt.
Stars. This is the hotel? I only ever seen a place like this in periodicals. Or that one episode of Agent Khan.
Like, damn, warum bin ich gerade so dumm und weiß ich gerade nicht mehr, wie es hieß. Okay, Bren ist gerade AFK. Ich habe keine Ahnung. Der andere DLC halt. Sie wissen schon.
They'll never see us.
Das ist jetzt aber nicht so wichtig. Okay, wir schauen erstmal. Das ist, glaube ich, dieser Ort, in den wir vorhin schon nicht reinkamen. Okay, hier nichts Geheimes. Da nur das. Oh, please note. Sullivan, we got a new mark today from the Bellops. Green ship crate is on the back wall. Jewelry box should be there. Just take the whole thing. These folk are so rich they probably won't even notice it went missing. The fans in the warehouse should be buying. Make sure to keep the Bellops cut before you're spending. Okay. Irgendein Bellhop scheint wohl hier quasi die Gäste zu verkaufen. Das ist ein bisschen unpraktisch. Also für die Gäste. So. Achso, jetzt sind wir hier. Ich hatte mir irgendwie mehr auf von dem hinten. Autsch. Ah, cool, das war tatsächlich mal gestohlen. Aber es sieht ja gerade keiner. Okay, mal. Genau, meine Devise bei so Sachen ist einfach alles klauen, was nicht nied- und nagelfest ist. Einfach, weil geht. Hallo? Nein. Okay, aber lass mal irgendwie erstmal hier da hingehen. Hotel Gas. Bist du? Warte, steht da. Bist du? Bist du interessant? Nein, du bist nicht interessant.
It really is a terrible shame. I absolutely adored her cereals.
I almost can't imagine someone wretched enough to do such a thing. You don't think a dissident could be here, do you?
Get a hold of yourself. The administrator would never allow someone as dangerous as a dissident here. Eridanos is safe. This is all just a terrible coincidence.
Of course, you are absolutely right. I think the idea of a psychopath wandering among us is just making me nervous.
He's probably sitting in events, you know.
The murder has inflicted severe emotional trauma on me. I demand a room upgrade.
Kann ich hier mit dem hier reden? Ich wollte eigentlich nur mit dem reden. Okay, nee, geht nicht. Ich komme hier nicht durch. Oh, Chapter 2. House and Helen encounters the Slugman. Having fought their way past the numerous bandit ambushes and hostile auto-mechanicals, Halcyon Helen and Olympus Opal have found themselves at the gates of the dissident hideout. "You're a fine partner, easily better than my last," said Helen, "but I dare say these fiends outrank your typical anti-establishment scum. Many of them were scientists before they deserted their corporations, whereupon they stole technology for their own nefarious purposes. I've seen their abominations, and they're more than a typical person can handle. You should return to your job and to the place where you need it." "Though I know my work was valuable," Opal said, "I'm still pleased that I was promoted to assist in your quest to rid the galaxy of those who would threaten the colony's productivity. The two of us together will, I believe, be twice as effective in eliminating the enemies of the board." Helen did not respond, but instead bid her companion be silent, for she had seen that the gates to the distant hideout were no longer shut. Someone, or something, had opened them. Ich finde immer noch schade, dass ich es nicht mitnehmen darf.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but while the hotel is an active crime scene, I regret to inform you that all new bookings, room upgrades, room downgrades, and in-room massages are Oh, you're the special inspector. Mr. Kincannon warned me you'd be checking in soon.
You're right. You happen to have my room key?
Yes. I don't yet, but I will, Inspector, ma'am. You'll be staying in our luxurious penthouse suite, vacated just recently. So recently that unfortunately the room's still being cleaned. I'm sure it'll be ready for you by the time you've examined the crime scene. I believe Constable Keene should be waiting for you in the Grand Ballroom.
Didn't see the Grand Ballroom on my way in.
Oh, the ballroom's right behind the tower elevators. Swing a left or a right, then cut through the crowd of spectators. You can't miss it.
Alright. Speichern. Acquire penthouse key. Room not ready. Okay. Schade, schade, schade. Wer bist du denn?
Why, hello there. Goodness, I always enjoy seeing guests, but it's been so long since I've chatted face to face that I about hopped out of my skin at the sight of you. Excuse me, I should introduce myself, though you might know me already, just not by name. I'm Bellhop Sullivan. You've likely heard my dulcet tones through the elevator intercom.
I don't recognize your voice, but I'm glad I could meet you in person.
Oh, that's so nice of you to say. I'm glad to meet you too. Now that our introductions are out of the way, do let me know if I can help you with anything.
You said you operate the elevator. Can guests not operate the buttons themselves?
Well, yes, but having an operator certifies that the right guests end up on the proper floors. We wouldn't want toss-ball players rubbing shoulders with CEOs. It'd be anarchy. Plus, there's always the risk a guest chips a nail or loses a ring on a button. It's an extra effort, but the Grand Colonial prides itself on personalized service in all things. That and the elevator still works if I'm ever not around. I do take occasional breaks and sleep every so often.
Okay, ich werde auch was trinken. Cheers, Nick. So I'd assume the Bellops all know each other. Any gossip about Norville?
Oh yes, Norville's great. Always ready to help any and all guests who might need it. And so handsome too.
Like Norville.
His judgment sometimes leaves something to be desired, I will say. Kept badgering Halcyon Helen prior to her death about an autograph or something. A little beyond his station.
Do you know anything about the murder?
Unfortunately not. I was in the operator room for the elevator, as usual. The camera feed only allows me to see within the elevator, which always has many people coming through. For what it's worth, the murder was a right shame. I always enjoyed the serials starring Ms. Helen, though I did find them prone to repetitive plot structures. But I'm sure you've heard the rumor about what actually did her in.
Oh no.
That marauders got into the hotel and management is covering it up so the guests don't run off.
Sure. Have marauders been a problem at the Grand Colonial before?
Well, not necessarily, but they're fairly prevalent on the other complexes. It wouldn't take much for them to find their way here. Slug claims they've got the problem under control, but I don't understand why they haven't simply gone and exterminated all of the marauders like the vermin they are. Oh, well, I'm just here to push buttons.
Okay, goodbye. Warte mal, hat die überhaupt eine Türe? Ah, da hinten. Steal all the things. Was ist denn? Severed head of Burbage 2000. The head of Burbage 2000 torn from his body in the penultimate act of Titus Andronicus. Why, foolish Burbage, dost thou not perceive that Halcyon is but a wilderness of dissidents, and it's only through our citizens' vigilance that they will be caught. Report any and all suspicious behavior to your local constable. Wait, what? Okay. Okay. Ich habe das mitgenommen. Grand Ballroom ist da lang. Das geht nach Eridanos. Das macht irgendwas auf. Kommt mal da rein hier. Dann machen wir die Türe nämlich wieder zu. Kannst du mitnehmen. VIP guest list. Despite her celebrity status, the greater part of Halcyon Helen's requests have been fairly normal. Soap, shampoo, new towels, and so on. The one exception is unusual consumption of food and drink. I'm not one to judge about that sort of thing. Lord knows of the stranger proclivities from other guests, but she really does request a lot and frequently. Listen to this. For lunch today, she ordered 6 Boston bean sandwiches, 2 purple berry shakes, 2 purple berry liquors, several retro rockets, and cigarettes in a crusher teacup cannon. I'd wonder if she's planning a party, but the cleaning staff say that every time they've gone up, there's been no sign of what she's ordered. If Helen really does keep managing to get through all of that what she's been ordering, then maybe she should consider quitting show business and entering the competitive consumption scene instead. Vermutlich hat sie einfach eine zweite Person da oben. Und ich weiß, gerade ist mein Internet wieder scheiße, weil, keine Ahnung, Internet halt scheiße sein will. Ich hoffe, es fixt sich gleich wieder. Könnte gerade sein. Spencer Woolrich. In the past 2 weeks, I've received 315 different service requests from Mr. Woolrich. These requests include, but are not limited to, his entire wardrobe from Terror and Monarch, from the 13 different outfits, including a primal suit. 5 gallons of each color of spectrum, except black, once 50 gallons of black. Teacup cannons of various breeds. A plasma launcher, and, consisting of over 60% of all total requests, an upgraded room. And Minister Ludovico authorized him to move into the second largest room just to shut him the hell up, but Halcyon Helen got the biggest one, and of course Woolrich can't accept that he's been eclipsed. Got another room upgrade request as I was typing this. More than half a mind to send an exterminator to fumigate his room, just so he can't request anything else for a while. But then he might come down here and try to talk to me, and I think I'd quite honestly rather be dead. Maybe. Nick. So, Holcomb. Warte, wir haben doch auch eine Holcomb aus... Haben wir nicht eine? Bei uns im Team, die Holcomb heißt? Holcomb's requests have been about what you'd expect from a professional skullcracker. Toss ball sticks, new clothes because she keeps, and I quote, accidentally tearing the shirts that are too small for my giant muscles. Funny how the rips I've seen look more like they've been made by hand. I've noticed that he's asked for very little in the way of effort accelerators or enhancers. No skin tough, no oxycomp, not even any dervish mist. Typically, tossball players go through that field like no one else. Maybe Holcomb's trying to prove something to Helen. Whatever it is, I don't think it's going to work. Guest complaints. From annoyed subject, this infernal record. Do you like torturing me? Is that what it is? When I first learned I'd be just beneath the floor occupied by the Rizzo's Rangers, I was excited as any tossball-loving Halcyon should be. What I did not anticipate is the degree to which these hullheads seem to enjoy prancing to and fro, pounding on their floor and my ceiling every hour after Arctic Curse Day. They install a tossball fifth court upstairs while I wasn't looking, or is this normal? And worst of all, it sounds like one of them has decided to start imitating a woolly cow. I'll give them that is a convincing facsimile, but it has no place in a hotel, and each bleat is so loud it shakes the glasses on my face. I demand a room change yesterday. For each additional hour after midnight today that I'm not rehomed, I expect at least one employee to be fired. Ist auch gut. Aha, also ne, hier die Theorie von dem Furry, vermutlich ist auch einer irgendwie so eine Furry als Kuh und blockt dann. To concierge from a concerned Byzantine. Subject, mechanical manners. To whatever member of the help it might concern, I've heard a horrible clanking passing my room every night for the past 6 nights. Yesterday I mustered up all my courage and sent the servant to look. And upon her return she said that she's seen what looks like an armed mechanical wanderer by my room for the past 6 nights. She said it was something called a Burbage 3001 and that it was a serial star. If this machine is a serial star, I must ask, why are you filming outside our rooms without paying us? We're not consenting to having our temporary property filmed. There's no doubt a contract for this. And if the machine is being allowed to wander without being filmed, then I want to be paid double. Do you have any idea how dangerous that thing could be? It could tread on my foot and ruin my aspirations to be a professional dancer. And if I ever decide to have these aspirations anyways, I urgently wait a response. Oh Gott. Leider haben wir nicht den Hacking-Punkt hier noch. Aber anscheinend können wir wieder Level-Ups bekommen. Das heißt, wir könnten eventuell doch noch hier auf Hacking 100 kommen. Oh ja, wenn wir nochmal ein Level-Up haben, dann kriegen wir 10 Punkte, dann haben wir Hacking 100. Aktuell haben wir ja Lockpicking 113. Das ist ja spannend. Okay. Ich mag es ja immer, diese ganzen Dings zu hacken und zu schauen, was man so findet. Wo ist dieser Hut? Der sieht ja furchtbar aus. Wir müssen den auch bekommen. Ach, guck mal, hier ist Norval wieder.
The crime scene's awaiting, Inspector. Can't believe something like this could happen in my hotel. When I found her, I was just hoping she had a little too much to drink, but all the grievous bodily injury adds up, I suppose.
She was lying in a pool of blood and your first thought was, I wonder if she's drunk?
Hey, Byzantines and restraint aren't two words that often go together. Wouldn't be the first blood-soaked, unconscious party-goer I've come across. Anyway, I'm sure you've got questions.
You want to give me more details on how you came across the body?
Sure, I'd taken to checking the barroom every few hours prior to the unveiling. Just to make sure no sprats had snuck into the place. You understand? Found her right before I was set to head back to my room in the lower levels for my mandated 5-hour sleep period. Tell ya, thank the law for caffeinoid. Been too upset to get a wink of sleep since. And hey, now I can finally see smells.
Yay. Did you kill Helen? You can tell me if you did. It'll be a secret.
What? No. Just because I found the corpse doesn't mean I made her a corpse. I was in shift all day. Besides, I loved Helen serials. Well, the old ones anyway. The newer episodes are hot junk on a warm day.
Any idea why Helen would have been in the ballroom after hours?
Beats all hell out of me. Maybe she was, practicing for the unveiling?
Back to my other questions.
Sure. What's on your mind?
Did you see Helen on the day of her death?
Of course I did. I just told you I found the body. Oh, wait. You mean when she was still breathing?
Yes.
No, of course I didn't. Plus, it's untoward for an employee to speculate about the actions of a hotel guest. Not that I saw any hotel guests interacting with her.
I didn't care. I think we both know that you're itching to gossip.
Honestly, you're more than a little right. I've been burning at the britches to share my theories. Day of her death, I saw Helen leave the hotel premises with the profit of profitability, and didn't see her come back. A little on the suspicious side, I think. Seemed especially strange, seeing how, as far as I was aware, the two didn't get on.
What's the deal with the profit or profitability? She guessed?
Yep. Gives seminars on increasing profit margins and the like. Can't say much else, seeing how I ain't in the gossip market.
Why didn't Helen and the Prophet get along?
As far as I can recall, Helen dismissed the lady's seminars in some kind of interview. Said her co-star used them, but she didn't. The top rungers are always ready to read between the lines of famous folks and seem to think the Prophet was on her way out. Woman lost a ton of bits and is set to lose more.
Okay.
I hope all that helped. I'd like to be as useful as I can in the investigation. I just didn't want to steer anyone the wrong way.
Don't worry, I'll do the steering. Got any idea who might have wanted to do Helen in?
Everyone's got theories. I don't reckon mine hold much more weight than anyone else's.
Okay, goodbye. You were,
With Halcyon Helen gone,
I don't know, maybe helpful. So, erstmal allen Schrott verkaufen. Haben wir noch irgendwas, was wir verkaufen können? Ja, hier. Weg damit. Äh, 56, ja. Was ist denn eigentlich unsere gerade aktuelle Rüstung dafür? 89 und 103. Okay, dann brauchen wir die hier vermutlich nicht. Determination auch nicht. Charge Defensive. Predator Combination, die lassen wir mal. Charge Troop Armor. Okay, wir haben davon aber ein bisschen viel, oder? Ne, das sind die 3, okay. Wie sieht das denn aus? Nee. Sieht das hier aus? Nee. Da zeigen wir lieber dieses hier. Nee. Pool. Achso, das geht aber raus. Ja, das geht raus.
Oh, come on. Why is the lounge closed? I wanted brunch.
Well, no brunch for you.
Nice.
What the? I was going to wash my hands, I swear.
Okay. I'll believe you. Dann viel Spaß beim Händewaschen.
I did not read about this kind of treatment in the service agreement papers.
So, dann wird das hier noch mit. Sealed. Ich glaube, dann haben wir hier auch schon alles gesehen. Und könnten dann tatsächlich mal weitergehen. Welches Blabla miteinander vermutlich. Oh, wait. So, okay.
Black hole Bertie's disappeared, you know. That poor fellow must be inconsolable.
Okay, dann.
I knew I should have gotten her autograph when I had the chance.
Why is everybody staring? Didn't nobody teach them to respect the dead? Oh gosh, is that Miss Helen? Can we see?
Pavati. Be decent.
Oh, thank the law. Inspector, you don't know how relieved I am to see you.
Constable Keene, nice to meet you. We spoke over the Aether Wave.
Constable Maria Keene. It's good to meet you in person, Inspector.
Dr. Goodnight. Ecstatic to make your various acquaintances and so on. Are we finished with the pleasantries? There's something I'm excited to show you.
Excited? What have you got for me, Doctor? Oh, I'm guessing you're talking about the body.
What body? Oh, that. Goodness, no. This is far more interesting than Halcyon Helen's rapidly cooling corpse.
Our coroner has developed a device which may prove useful in your investigation. Our office has instructed her to hand it over to you.
Our office has instructed her to hand it over to you. Oh, please. You make it sound as if I'm turning over stolen goods. Behold, my discrepancy amplifier. Hold it in your hands. Feel the way it hums with ontological potential.
Nice, how do I set it to kill? What does the thing do exactly?
I'm so glad you asked. Allow me to explain. The discrepancy amplifier uses a deterministic model of our universe to detect the discrepancy between what should be and what actually is. Then it renders any discrepancies visible by using the power of magnification.
So it's a magnifying glass.
Yes, it's a magnifying glass, but an extraordinarily powerful one. It looks through the glass of reality itself.
I'm contractually prohibited from endorsing off-brand technology, but I'll bend that rule just this once. You'll want to peer into the amplifier and examine the crime scene.
Okay. Dann lass das mal machen. So. Sciencey. Oh, okay. Dafür Discrepancy. Wir müssen das zur Testzweck mitnehmen.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Okay. Analyze.
The discrepancy amplifier is now operational. Greetings, designated inspector and/or unauthorized larcenist. This unit has detected a discrepancy related to Halcyon Helen. Unscheduled expiration of. Begin amplification.
See, you've been designed with a modular analytics system. What else can you do?
The discrepancy amplifier has been programmed with advanced speech recognition, scientific analysis, and deterministic calculus protocols.
Oh, you'll love this. Amplifier, tell the inspector about your features.
Please do not interrupt the discrepancy amplifier. The discrepancy amplifier is programmed to take instruction from its registered or designated inspector.
How curious. I must have set its impertinence levels to flagrant.
This unit's features include an automated personality simulator. This unit has been programmed to simulate joy and satisfaction in assisting you.
Let's get started. Tell me about this discrepancy we found.
This is a bottle of unreleased Rizzo's product. Helen appears to have attempted to use it to spell something as she expired, but all she managed was a sticky bee.
Prost, Murph. Bist du mit deinem Stream durch? What's the unreleased Rizzo's product?
Rizzo's Spectrum Brown has not yet been released for consumption. Spectrum Brown was scheduled to be unveiled at the Eridanos Atmosphere Complex in partnership with Halcyon Helen.
What if this B stands for Spectrum Brown?
Now calculating likelihood of Halcyon Helen using her final moments to endorse Rizzo's Spectrum Brown. Low to moderate likelihood.
Ist ein Black Hole Bertie thing here?
Correct. Bertie Black Hole Holcomb is a registered guest at the Grand Colonial Hotel.
Super 64 war etwas frustrierend und ermüdend. Oh. Das ist ja schade. Ah ja. Dann ist es auch sinnvoller, wenn man früher auf Schluss macht. Also wenn es schon frustrierend ist, dann bringt sowas nichts. Anybody else I should know about?
Accessing guest database B. The Grand Colonial Hotel is proud to serve the following VIPs. Bertie, Black Hole. Burbage 3001.
Make a note of this later, amplify.
This evidence has been recorded for later reference. Now generating pre-approved compliment. Splendid work, Inspector.
Don't patronize me. Okay, cool.
Oh, don't mind us, folks. Normal inspectors doing normal inspector things.
Voll gut. Sie Die haben extra eingebaut, dass wenn man hier die 25 Bits von ihr lootet, dass dann die Nayoka nochmal einen Satz dazu sagt. Wie gut.
I know you're eager to tell me what you found, but I'm waiting for the grand reveal. The moment when you discover some critical piece of evidence.
Actually, I want a word.
I was waiting for this. Yes, of course. I'm only too eager to cooperate.
Tell me about the body. What's the cause of death?
Our leading lady must have riled up someone. Her wounds from cranium to metatarsal are as follows. A blow to the head, severe enough to lacerate the flesh. Followed by a suite of plasma burns down the neck and back, signs of poisoning, evidence of inanition and desiccation, possible signs of jaundice, some shingles, one malformed toenail.
XD.
Vielen Dank für deinen Resub. Und das, was da gerade eben ausgerastet ist, hier überall, es scheint, dass mein PC etwas überlastet ist. Mit dem hier und OBS. Und dann auch noch plötzlich irgendwie eine Emote in der Gegend rumwerfen. Naja, wie geht's denn, T-Bag? Schön, dass du da bist. Let's stick to the most likely cause of death.
That's good advice. I'll just strike out malformed toenail as a possible cause of death. The short version is this. Helen was killed by poison, a blow to the head, and a plasma weapon. Possibly more.
So 3 people tried to kill her, probably. Okay, und hallo Izzy, schön, dass du da bist. Bear that in mind. There was one other thing.
I am, of course, at your service.
I'd like to know a little more about you.
Oh, why I'm flattered, Inspector. Let me think. I've worked at the Grand Colonial for about as long as it's been around. Prior to that, I lived in Byzantium, but I always felt like it was missing something. And that something turned out to be corpses. Byzantium has much in the way of luxury, but examining the dead does not rank amongst the preferred activities of the elite.
Skandalös. Nee, Quatsch. Schön, dass du aber da bist. Vor allem Lurker sind ja wichtig. Na, ohne Lurker, glaube ich, wäre es ein bisschen arg schwierig, ganz viel Programm zu machen. Sounds like you enjoy being a coroner.
Absolutely. Usually I'm just a medical practitioner, so I almost never get to deal with anything as unique, or as quiet, as a corpse. The most interesting thing I saw prior to this was the back of Mr. Woolrich's throat after he blew out his vocal cords shouting at an attendant. If I weren't here, I'd be back in my quarters, rewatching Byzantium in the spring, or working on my automatic sprat peeler.
Ew. Was? Okay. Warum sollte man Ratten schälen? Speaking of inventions, I'm curious about this discrepancy amplifier.
Oh, good. One of my favorite subjects. Ask away, my dear. Ask away.
Hast Tomaten und Gurken und so weiter gesät? Tja, dann kannst du ja nur hoffen, dass es morgen regnet, dann musst du nicht alles gießen. Und wenn es gut läuft, dann kannst du es vermutlich bald gegen ein paar... Ach, wie heißt die noch? Verdammt, jetzt weiß ich nicht mehr, wie die Währung in Animal Crossing heißt. I has the dumb. Ich muss wegen den Schmerzen im Bauch heute krank melden. Das ist mal 2 Wochen Ferien. Bells. Genau. Genau, die Bells. Ich habe selber Animal Crossing nie gespielt, deswegen weiß ich das nicht auswendig. Meine Freundin, also Monia spielt das. Deswegen weiß ich zumindest manchmal, dass es existiert. Und immer wieder vergesse ich es. Und Izzy, ich wünsche dir gute Besserung. Ich hoffe, es wird besser mit deinem Shit da. What made you invent the amplifier? And what happens if I break it or lose it or something?
I still have the blueprint and several extra prototypes floating around, but I might recommend you try to be careful with it. Some of the amplifier's internal components are rare, shall we say, and I don't have an indefinite supply.
Okay, what made you invent the amplifier?
I didn't expect an existentialist question so early today. It's a need. Just as Sprats feel they must breed, or Canids feel they must brutally maul each other. I feel the need to create.
Come on, there's something be more to it than that.
Inspector, I'm sure you don't want to spend 4 hours talking back and forth about the intricacies of a science project. It works. That's the important part.
Ich glaube, für Malte war es ganz schlimm nachts, also mich zu erleben, konnte kaum schlafen. Ich hoffe, das gibt sich bald wieder. Lachen tut auch weh. Oh, wenn Lachen weh tut, ist immer unpraktisch. Das ist immer so ein sehr negativer Aspekt. The amplifier seems pretty powerful. Why are you trusting me with it?
Because you're the inspector. I should think that's rather obvious.
Yeah, but why not just use it for yourself?
I invented the discrepancy amplifier to assist me in my own medical work. When you were hired to investigate Helen's death, I realized I had my own part to play. I programmed the amplifier to assist you. I'm entrusting it to your care because I want to see my invention help a brilliant inspector solve the murder of the century.
And you want to be known as the inventor who helped solve Helen's murder?
You don't miss a thing, do you, Inspector? I can see why the constable recommended hiring you. Think of the amplifier as my gift to you. May it avail you in the swift and efficient prosecution of justice.
Back to my other
You
questions.
sure you don't want to know anything else? Oh, all right. We can change the subject.
Ja, vor allem, weil ich trotz Schmerzen so weiter fröhlich lustig bleibe und mich nicht unterkriegen lasse. Also das denke ich von mir. Ja, doch, du schienst sehr fröhlich. Auch gestern. Und zwar gleiche. Okay, also. Das heißt, wir haben das hier gesehen. Gehen wir mal hier diese Spuren, ne? Ah, schade, die gehen nur bis dahin.
This footprint stands out from the normally spotless floor of the grand ballroom. Typically, the ballroom is cleaned twice daily, which means this must have been made by either Helen or her assailant or assailants.
Taste the dirt.
Ah, I see you went to the Canid School of Detective Methods.
The dirt tastes earthy with faint woody and fruity undertones. Okay. Discrepancy amplifier. Do the size of these footprints match anything you have on record?
Footprint is a tailor-made 8.75, suggesting that its owner was very particular about their shoe size. It is also the exact size that Halcyon Helen typically prefers. There are traces of dirt throughout the footprint.
Seeing some purple in this dirt. Amplifier. Analysis.
Excellent observation, Inspector. The following compounds have been detected. Purpleberry residue, nitrogen-rich fertilizer, common grass. Grass, fertilizer, and purpleberries can all be found in the purpleberry orchards, located not far from the Grand Colonio.
Alright, so Helen must have been at the orchards before she died.
This deduction appears sound.
Good work, Inspector. I had a feeling we'd make some progress once we brought you onto the case. You'll need Administrator Ludovico to grant you access to the orchards. Contact him through the secure access terminal in your penthouse suite. Check in with the concierge. Your room should be ready by now. If it isn't, I may have to go shake someone by the collar.
Alright. Yeah. Hackpunkte. Bams. Apply. So, das Gute ist, dadurch können wir dann auch diesen... Hier. Access restricted messages. From Cedric Kinkan to concierge, that damn fool. Halston, I've reason to believe Ludovico is getting agitated again, which will likely present itself in several dozen messages to you, each demanding a reduction in Rizzo's payment. Funnel these messages into the trash, if you please. If Ludovico wants to renegotiate the terms of our contract, he's welcome to take his operations elsewhere. Okay. Good to know, I guess. So, du.
The Grand Colonial Front Desk warmly welcomes you, Inspector. It's a pleasure to see you again. How may I be of assistance to you, Inspector?
You've got some high-profile guests here, right? Why can't you tell me about them?
My apologies, Inspector, but that would be a severe violation of guest privacy. We here at the Grand Colonial firmly believe that... All right, my supervisor just walked out of earshot. Some folks just don't understand the importance of gossip. About whom? And what would you wish to know?
Did you notice anything about Halcyon Helen before she died?
You know, out of everyone here, I probably knew the least about Helen. I'm not much of an Aetherwave watcher myself. And Helen always had a crowd of admirers chasing her, you see. So she rarely stopped to chat. Friendly enough, surely, but always seemed untouchable. Emphasis on seemed.
Was she closer with some people than others?
Everyone wanted to be around Helen. She could usually be seen alongside Bertie or Woolrich, for obvious reasons. You know, out of everyone here, I'm not much...
Did you ever see Helen acting strangely?
Now that you mention it, she was usually calm and collected, but every so often I'd see her looking all wild-eyed and intense. It seemed as if she was determined about something. Or maybe she was just hungry. That woman ordered a lot of food. Maybe show business gives you a faster metabolism.
Or maybe she was a brain eater. Dum dum dum! Yeah, Black Hole Bertie was staying here.
Bertie. Is he bigger than he is dumb, or dumber than he is big? I have a bet with a friend. Not sure we'll ever get it to pay out. Bertie used to be Helen's beau, though he isn't anymore, and not just because she's dead. If I had 1,000,000 bits, I'd spend every one just to learn what caused their split.
We've got some kind of productive guru here, right? What's her deal?
Her deal? Not making them. I'd laugh at my own comment, but everyone knows there's no bigger joke than the prophet of profitability herself. Didn't you hear Helen's interview? That woman is the definition of humbuggery. Anyone who gives her the time of day is a right fool. I mean, Spencer Woolrich has taken several of her productivity seminars, and look where it got him. Don't waste your time.
Alright. Helen's co-star Woolrich. You have any reason to want her dead?
If looks could kill, he'd have put her in the ground 10 times over. Man's clearly jealous of her success compared to his. See, I'd bet we're the only two people thinking about him in all of Eridanos. And I only am because you mentioned his name. If you leave woolly cow milk out, it turns to curds. Leave the curds out, they begin to get stale, then rot. Woolridge is on his way to the trash bin, and everyone knows it. Either he's in denial, or he knew Helen would be checking out soon, judging by his increasing demands for a room upgrade.
That's enough gossip for right now.
That's a shame, Inspector. What if I wanted to know a little about you?
Oh. I'm freelance captain, changing the colony, one high stakes encounter at a time.
A dashing gunslinger type, then. I'm sure the investigation will turn out splendidly in your hands. Or at least Mr. Kincannon seems confident enough to believe so.
So, wir können ja mal eine Abstimmung im Chat jetzt machen. Na, ihr müsst euch jetzt vorstellen, sie hat euch jetzt auch diese Frage gestellt, hey, was wäre, wenn ich mehr über dich erfahren will? Wäre das für euch Flirten oder nicht? Sagt mal, schreibt mal im Chat ja oder nein. Ja flirten, nein war nicht flirten. So, wir machen mittlerweile die nächste Frage und dann schauen wir mal, was eure Antworten sind. The Grand Colonial Show is interesting.
It certainly is a marvel of modern ingenuity, luxury, and ambition. Please, allow me to answer any curiosities you might have about our building and the amenities on offer.
Depends on context. Nee, genau, also Nick, genau in diesem Kontext jetzt, ne? Wir haben jetzt gerade über irgendwelche Leute gegossipt, also Gerüchte getratscht. Und jetzt sagst man selber so, ja, okay, dann lass mal ein anderes Thema wechseln. Und sie so, aber das ist ja schade. Ich würde ja gerne noch, was wäre dann, wenn ich mehr über sie erfahren will? Und dann ist jetzt die Frage, ob das jetzt ein Flirten war. Mephiles sagt ja einfach nur, ja. Ich muss sagen, ich würde es vermutlich auch als Ja interpretieren. Spätestens, wenn sie an meiner Tür steht, weil sie weiß jetzt meine Raumnummer. Sie gibt mir gleich den Schlüssel dazu. Vermutlich hat sie auch einen eigenen. Das ist so ein bisschen creepy daran an der ganzen Geschichte. Aber ja. What does the penthouse have to offer?
Twice the size of the next biggest room, and kitted out with any amenity you want, as well as many that you won't. Best to enjoy it while you can, Inspector. Typically, the only people who can afford the penthouse suite have enough bits to suffocate everyone on Terra 2. Also, please inform me if Woolridge gives you a hard time about getting a better room than his. Don't tell him I said this, but everyone on staff wants to strangle him.
Lustig. Is there anything special about the upper levels?
Most certainly. All the important folks can be found in the utmost parts of the hotel. You can hardly walk 3 feet without bumping into a tossball grate or a bored exec. Though maybe don't bump into them. Could be harmful to your health.
No one seems to talk much about the lower levels at the hotel.
Who would be interested in a staff-only area? Most folks never ask about the sewers beneath Arizo's plant, either.
Nick scheint sich immer noch unsicher. Und Mephiles meint dann, die Frage ist es nur Flirten, wenn sexuell romantische Absichten verfolgt werden, oder ist es auch schon Flirten, wenn man sich aber besser kennenlernen möchte? Naja, ich glaube, die meisten Leute, die so sich besser kennenlernen wollen, wären auch offen für Romantisches in dem Kontext dann. Also ich meine halt, ne, also so auch wie die, ne, so wie Stimme halt fragt. Also wenn man halt eine bestimmte Intonation reinlegt, dann ist es schon eher Flirten, als sich nur gegenseitig kennenlernen wollen. Meine Stimme will heute nicht so recht, ne? Es fühlt sich so ein bisschen an, als wäre ich wieder in der Pubertät. Das ist ein bisschen seltsam, ne? You can't honestly tell me there's nothing of interest in an entire half of the hotel.
Of interest to your investigation? Well, I suppose there is that one door we're not supposed to open. But I'm sorry, Inspector, I'm not authorized to grant you access to any staff sections of the hotel. You'll have to find a way in on your own. Who would be interested?
Guess you don't lump yourself in with the other workers.
Oh no, Inspector, ma'am. I live down there too. But that doesn't mean I plan to abide in the bowels of the Grand Colonial forever. The best thing about Sublight compared to other organizations is the potential for upward mobility. We bottom rungers get in, do our job, do it well, then move up and on. This is but one rung on the grand ladder of life. You see?
That's enough talk about the hotel.
If you're sure.
Nick sagt noch, kann gerade nicht wirklich gut denken. Meine Ex hat mich endlich mal wieder angeschrieben. Mir gesagt, dass sie doch nicht mit mir befreundet bleiben will. Und zwar war es nett, nur zu reden, aber es tut wieder weh. Uff. Das sagt hart, Nick. Das ist echt, das ist scheiße. Du darfst dich gerne umarmt fühlen. Wenn du magst. Also, ne, einerseits ist es halt gut, dass sie dir das offen sagt. Andererseits fühlt es sich halt richtig scheiße an. Aber es könnte dir halt auch helfen, jetzt damit dann abzuschließen. Oh, hey, meine Nase will auch heute die ganze Zeit laufen. Ich glaube, ich sollte öfter spazieren gehen, damit meine Nase nicht ständig für mich laufen muss. Ja. Wir reden doch vielleicht ab und zu. Aber wir sind halt keine Freunde mehr. Ja. Weißt Izzy, bei dir wäre ich ja sogar so weit, dass ich glücklicher wäre, wenn du mit diesen Leuten nicht mehr reden und interagieren würdest, weil sie dir schaden. Ah ja. Genau. Und Izzy meint außerdem zum Thema Flirten noch, man kann ja auch flirten, um Spaß zu haben oder den anderen sich besser fühlen zu lassen. Ich würde tatsächlich also ich würde schon flirten, um einfach, weil ich mache das irgendwie ganz gerne. Aber ich bin da, glaube ich, auch meistens potenziell offen für romantisches Stuff. Also es ist halt nur so so ein entfernter Gedanke. Oh ja. Das ist. Oh ja. Und ich wäre vorsichtig mit dem Flirten, damit sich Leute besser fühlen, weil das kann halt nach hinten losgehen, wenn Person dann halt drauf einsteigt und man dann plötzlich dasteht als, okay, jetzt muss mal dem Geflirte auch irgendwie nicht nur, also noch Taten folgen lassen. Und wenn du es dann wirklich nur gemacht hast, damit die Person sich besser fühlt, du aber eigentlich nie die Intention hattest, da mit einzusteigen. Schwierig. Schwierig. So, und Nick, ich weiß, ich habe vielleicht schon mal, also ich habe schon potenziell schon mal diese Geschichte erzählt von der einen Person, ich hatte eine Person gedatet, das war so ein ganz lockeres Ding von mir aus, wir hatten auch so ein paar Dinge, die wir dann im Schlafzimmer getan haben, sagen wir mal. Und genau. Und dann aber irgendwann hat sie also es ging auch so ein bisschen darum, ob ich ihr Freund werde oder nicht. Und sie, meine Freundin, hat sich dann am Ende rausgestellt, dass sie sich für einen anderen entschieden hat. Das war okay für mich. Und dann haben wir gemeint, so, ja, hat sie zu mir gemeint, komm, lass doch Freunde bleiben. Und ich so, ja, gerne. Und weil, also das Ding ist, wenn ich sowas sage, meine ich das ernst. Wenn andere das zu mir sagen, dann versuche ich das auch als ernst zu nehmen, weil ich versuche natürlich nicht davon auszugehen, dass die Leute das nur als Floskel oder als Lüge sagen. Weil ich fand sie auch einfach cool. Sie war eine nette Person. Gab ja Gründe dafür, warum ich eigentlich mit ihr zusammenkommen wollte. Und genau. Und dann war das so. Und dann hatte sie irgendwie kurz danach gemeint, so, hey, hast du mal Bock, dich wieder zu treffen? Ich so, ja klar, ho. Und dann meinte sie, ja, okay, jetzt will aber halt dann ihr Freund mitkommen. Und ich so, ja, okay, dann lerne ich den halt auch kennen. Und dann meinte sie so, ja, nee, er will mich nicht treffen. Ich so, okay, muss ich entscheiden. Ja, dann treffen wir uns halt alleine. Ja, nee, er will auch nicht, dass ich dich treffe. Ich so, warum denn nicht? Hat er so viel Angst oder was? Ja, also, sie hätte ihm erzählt, was sie und ich so gemacht hätten. Und ich so, okay, dann wundert mich gar nichts mehr. Anscheinend hatte sie nicht nur gesagt, so, dass wir Sex hatten, sondern nein, sie hat ihm wohl auch Details erzählt. Und ich denke mir so, why would you do that? Like, warum? Das ist. Was? Warum macht man sowas? Hab dann auch nur gemeint, so, ja, okay, es wundert mich jetzt gar nicht mehr, dass er mich nicht mehr treffen will und dass wir uns nicht treffen sollen. Und dann hat sie noch gemeint, so, ja, können wir vielleicht irgendwie umdefinieren, dass es nicht nach einer gesunden Beziehung klang, geschenkt, Meth. Aber das war dann so aus meiner Perspektive okay, what the fuck? Weil dann kam dann noch der nächste Burner, von wegen, ja, können wir bitte umdefinieren, dass wir Sex hatten? Ich meine, ne, können wir sagen vielleicht, dass wir keinen hatten? Ich so, aber wir hatten Sex. Ich meine, ne? Und sie so, aber ja, vielleicht ist es dann besser und so. Ich so, ja, aber es ist halt immer noch nicht die Wahrheit. Das macht's nicht besser. Und dann hat sie irgendwie darauf bestanden, dass das bitte kein Sex gewesen sein soll, was wir da gehabt haben. Und ich so, okay. Und dann hieß es auch ganz schnell so, ja, sprich mich nie wieder an. Und ich nur so, okay. Ich meine, wir reden ja eh kaum. Ich meine, wir reden ja eh kaum. Soll ich dir jetzt noch nicht mal mehr auf den Gang Hallo sagen, oder was? Ja. Ja, also von daher, Nick, du bist mit solchen Sachen nicht alleine. Und ich weiß es nicht, ich kenne dich jetzt so ein bisschen aus meinem Stream, so ein bisschen vom persönlich sehen. Ich glaube, wir haben uns auch auf der Kiffer auch schon mal gesehen, ne? Aber ich habe die grobe Vermutung, dass es nicht an dir liegt. Ne? Also, da scheint sie... I don't know. Ich meine, sie hat Schluss mit gemacht. Ne? Also irgendwas wird gewesen sein, das ihr nicht gepasst hat. Und deswegen würde ich mir an deiner Stelle weniger Gedanken machen drum. Sondern einfach einen Strich drunter setzen und mit deinem Leben weitermachen. Und vielleicht findet sich irgendwer anders. Und ja, ich bin auch dafür, dass wir das dumme C-Wort als harmlos definieren, damit es harmlos wird. Das funktioniert ganz bestimmt. Das tun ja auch schon 12.000 Leugner, die jetzt irgendwie auf Intensivstationen liegen und sterben. This shit works. So, aber jetzt lassen wir uns mal in unser Hotelzimmer einchecken.
Ah yes, we are most pleased to offer you our grandest of grand accommodations, Inspector. The penthouse suite on our topmost floor is now available for you. The last guest left her belongings behind when she vacated unexpectedly, so we needed a little time to tidy the suite up for you. Simply call the elevator in the lobby and our highly skilled operator will deliver you to your private floor with efficiency and cheer.
Nick, das denkst du aus deiner Perspektive. Aber du weißt nicht, was die 4 Mädels mit ihren anderen Exen gemacht haben. Von daher kannst du von deiner also das ist eine falsche Ansicht der Dinge.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. An industrial-grade laxative has been added to the liquor in these bottles.
Okay. Well, that sucks. For the person that has them, I guess. Ja, wir müssen eigentlich die ganze Zeit hier mit diesem Ding in der Gegend rumlaufen. Easy sagt mal gute Nacht. Dann schlaf du gut, träum mal schön. Es war schön, dass du dabei warst wieder. Und bis zum nächsten Mal. Genau, ich wünsche dir eine gute Nacht. Träume. Also wirklich ruhig.
Murder or no murder, it is my right to loiter on a bar stool. How else should I be expected to avoid my wife?
Wait, who? I have no idea. Genau. Also das Ding ist nämlich, und das habe ich bei anderen Menschen in meinem Leben auch schon gemerkt. Es gibt, also wirklich, da hatte ich schon mehrere Menschen, die einfach 12 von diesen Idioten in ihrem Beziehungsleben hatten. Und ich denke mir immer so, okay, wie kann das sein? Das kann ja wohl... Und ja, quasi liegt es an ihr, aber es liegt nur in der Hinsicht an ihr, dass Leute einen Blick dafür haben. Also Leute, die scheiße sind, haben halt einen Blick dafür, wo man, also wo Schwächen sind, wie man Leute ausnutzen kann. Und sie hat halt diese Schwächen. Ich kenne davon tatsächlich 2 Personen. Und die beide haben halt diese Schwächen. Und diese Menschen, die halt dann in Beziehung mit diesen beiden waren, die hatten halt so dieses Auge dafür. Quasi, ja. Genau, also Nick, deswegen. Mach dir da keinen Kopf drum. Hartford Bosch. Another day, another case that bores me to drink. The ill-fated Byzantine of the hour thought it prudent to gorge himself on enough purple-berry wine to incapacitate a primal. He then attempted to reach the lobby by stairs rather than an elevator and fell down 6 flights. Other mechanical servants broke his fall. He broke their survey mechanism and will be built accordingly. Fractures in left clavicle, right femur, parietal bone, ribs. More injuries than brain cells. I recommend replacing purple-berry wine with Rizzo's Spectrum Violet in order to appease Rizzo's company policy. Nick, meinst du, dass du dir trotzdem Gedanken drüber machen wirst? Oder meinst du, dass du trotzdem schuld bist? Wenn du meinst, dass du trotzdem Gedanken drüber machst, das kann ich leider tatsächlich nicht ändern. Wenn du meinst, dass du trotzdem schuld bist. Ah, okay, du schreibst es schon. Du wirst dir natürlich den Kopf drum machen. Du kannst nicht anders. Ich weiß. Ich kann dir nicht sagen, was du denken sollst. Ich kann dir nur eine Perspektive von außen geben, die vielleicht deiner Perspektive von innen ein bisschen Kontra gibt. Das kenne ich selber. Geht mir genauso. Es geht uns allen genauso. So, Hannina. Finally, something a little different from the norm. Miss Hahn came in earlier today, escorted by her sister. Apparently not long after arriving on Eridanos, the two of them went on a trip through the purple-berry orchards. Oh. Miss Hahn's sister visited the puzzle hedges, but quickly became lost when she eventually made her way out. Miss Hahn was nowhere to be found. The sister claims that Miss Hahn returned to the hotel room several hours later, but has been unusual ever since. Her sister described the patient as formerly sullen, morose, phlegmatic, and given to melancholia. Her demeanour has transformed into an unpleasant degree of levity and shocking enthusiasm towards everything. I just suggested vast quantities of cheap alcohol. Okay, das heißt, wir haben da eine zweite Person, die irgendwas in den Purple-berry Orchards gemacht hat und danach etwas verändert schien. Meine Nase, scheiß Hase. Ich bräuchte mal wieder so einen Stoß Wasabi, um meine Nase frei zu kriegen. Oh. These are replacement models of the discrepancy amplifier fitted with backup of his logic model, a label reads in case of careless inspectors. Steakpuffer gut für sie getestet. Call elevator. Wait. So, okay, also das heißt, hier haben wir nix.
We should try to solve the puzzle hedges in the orchards.
Black hole Bertie. If you... Damn. What?
Okay.
Hello there, my inordinately... Oh, you're the one who visited me. Hello again. Thanks so much for brightening my day. What authorized floor can I bring you to?
Bring me to the penthouse suite.
Next stop, the finest seat in the house.
Okay. Oh, cool, jetzt sind hier alle. Ellie ist auch hier. Okay. Hier liegt noch Kleidung rum. Warum liegt hier noch Kleidung rum? Sam ist da. Witzig. Salmon. Pile of cigarettes. The number of cigarettes indicate the smoker's lifespan has been shortened by approximately 11.2 years. Okay. Oh, what the hey?
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Oh, Halcyon Helen. Die Haare sind eine Perücke? Okay. Oh. Ich habe gerade gesehen, guck mal, die, wie kleine aufgeregte Ohren. What? Shit. Found something. Shit.
Helen, where did we go wrong? Oh, Lowell, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean for... Helen, I love you. I love you so much.
Okay, that doesn't look good for Blackbirdie. Okay. Warum kann ich davon nichts analysieren? Ah, hier.
The imprint left inside this suitcase matches the silhouette of Halcyon Helen's iconic handgun, the Needler. The weapon was recently removed.
Okay. Irgendwie ihre Waffe geklaut. Bisschen Lager in der Dusche. Schuhe. Ich habe da auch mal eine Flasche rumstehen. So, auf zum Terminal. Guest advisories. Your safety is your responsibility. In light of recent unfortunate events regarding the passing of a beloved cultural icon, we at the Grand Colonial have doubled the number of armed guards for only a small security surcharge. Surcharge is not refundable. The Grand Colonial is not responsible for death or dismemberment in the course of hotel grounds. Messages. To Bellamy Ruth. Miss Helen, thank you for choosing the Eridanos as atmospheric complex as the site of your next publicity and marketing campaign. By endorsing the Spectrum brand product, you are aligning yourself with a revolution in the leisure beverage market, indeed, the culture of Halcyon itself. We're going to change the world together. Sincerely, Quentin Ludovico. Profit or profitability. Oh, Helen, I don't understand why you and I must be enemies. Are we not both branches on the same tree of privilege? You command audiences with your mastery performances on the Aether Wave, and I command the attention of our corporate leaders. We're both cultural icons with a responsibility to set a good example. I'm disappointed to discover you've berated my seminars publicly and official records. I take particular umbrage in your characterization of my most recent seminar, spearheading your project, How to Motivate Your Warforce Using Ancient Weaponry, as a, and I quote, nonsensical vanity project from a dyed-in-the-wool buffoon. These are fighting words. Expect to hear from our personal auditor soon. Sincerely, the Prophet. Money can't buy happiness and other lies we tell ourselves. A new seminar by the Prophet of Profitability soon. Oh yeah. Oh, meine Nase! Like seriously, heute ist schlimm. Heute ist gerade richtig, ich weiß nicht warum, aber jetzt ist gerade richtig schlimm mit meiner Nase. Die läuft und läuft und läuft, als hätte sie, keine Ahnung, als würden wir gerade einen Charity-Marathon machen. Ne? Können wir auch mal machen. Charity-Marathon hier. So oft wie ich meine Nase im Stream putzen muss, so viel wird gespendet. Wer wenn es Pollen wäre, ich war heute nicht mal draußen. Vielleicht ist es Staub. Ich meine, ich habe vorhin ein bisschen aufgeräumt und habe da, glaube ich, ein bisschen viel Staub in der Gegend rumgeworfen. Nervig. Miss Malami, you're a talented actor. I've enjoyed all your roles across the years. I'm especially fond of your performance in Terror on Monarch. Ludovico doesn't appreciate the serials. Maybe that's why he never knows when he's being played. He still thinks you're here to endorse Spectrum Brown. Your performance has him fooled. I have a feeling I know what you're up to. It's always a little disappointing when the audience is a few steps ahead of the plot. Best Cedric. Oh, okay. Und wisst ihr was? Da wir jetzt 100 Hackpunkte haben, recovered deleted messages. Decryption error, message corrupted, memory corrupted, displaying recovered data, knows the truth, please hurry, don't know how much longer I can keep. Okay. That doesn't sound good. So, someone here. Wo ist denn Pavati eigentlich? Da ist Pavati.
Everything's so soft and silky and expensive. Oh gosh, I hope I don't get any grease stains on the furniture.
You're looking proper. Don't worry about it. Profit of profitability, flyer promoting a productus therapy seminar with a renowned prophet of profitability, Jasmine Laver at her retreat in a wilderness exploitation reserve, and a patented system purge your body of nefarious humours, stopping you from unlocking your true productive potential. All right.
Is this how people in Byzantium live all the time?
Okay. This bill is covered with a loose collection of photographs and papers. More closely. Blank notebook lies open beside a stack of clean papers. It looks like someone intended to write something but never got started. Okay. Ooh. Spatial acuity sensor apparatus. What is this? What's this? What's this? Da 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 da. Ooh, fancy. I like my spectacles better. Pepperberry Munch. Das ist mich von The Office im Kopf, was Michael sagt, this is gonna hurt like a motherfucker. Well, it usually does. It's something with time you start to expect it, to be honest. It's just how life is. You know, it's just how life is. Okay, also eventuell ist unser Star hier noch gar nicht tot, sondern macht noch einfach so.
Even the air in here feels too sweet. Almost sticky.
Contact Administrator Ludovico.
Inspector, I understand you've visited the scene of the crime. Halcyon Helen was an important cultural icon. She will be sorely missed.
I still don't know why you hire me. I'm usually causing murders, not solving them.
I will be plain with you. I'd prefer not having to hire you at all. This matter should be resolved by Rizzo's security. But Cedric owns the land complexes, so we have a jurisdiction problem. Constable Keene encouraged us to hire a third-party freelancer. Right now, you're the best chance we have at resolving this incident and getting on with our affairs.
Nick, dann schlaf du gut. Träum was Schönes. Und erhol dich gut. Relax, I've been solving problems for two idiots who don't get along since Emerald Vale.
I see. Well, I appreciate your candor. Yes, let's go with that. Back to the matter at hand. Tell me about your investigation.
I've got a lead, can't tell you why, but I need access to the orchards.
Your discretion is appreciated. I admit, I'm beginning to feel more confident in this arrangement. Here, I'm granting you access through the gates to the orchards. You're officially authorized to see this investigation through to the end. There is one caveat. Cedric's being rather intransigent about letting you into the spaceport. Possibly he's trying to hide something. Possibly he wants to annoy me. Possibly both.
So he locks his door the moment an investigator arrives. That's not suspicious at all.
I agree with the sentiment behind your snide remark. Unfortunately, the Piraeus spaceport is Cedric's purview, not mine. You have a lead to chase. Law speed, Inspector.
I'll be back. Okay, weil das Ding ist nämlich, ich wusste natürlich noch den Namen nicht, aber schaut mal einer hier, Piraeus Spaceport. Das heißt, wir werden da vermutlich hin müssen.
Sam's Special Inspector add-on includes a magnifying glass to sleuth out the germs and parasites that other cleaning products leave behind.
There is such a thing as too clean. We ought to break open a few bottles and have some fun. Make a mess. Live a little.
You think June Lay would like this place? Oh, probably not. I don't think she cares much for corporate comforts.
Wait, there's only one bed for all of us? Well, that's going to be cuddly.
I sometimes find myself musing on who I used to think I was. It seems ridiculous in hindsight, but without my obsession, I never would have reached this point. Serials are used by the board to control what the colonists think about reality.
Ich frage mich, was er nur anschaut, weil er kann nicht aus dem Fenster schauen.
Hi there, Inspector. It might be a little beyond my job description to ask, but at my heart, I'm still a bellhop. Was the suite to your liking?
I don't even know what they made hotel rooms that large. It was great.
Good. I'm glad. Now, I'd love to bring you to a floor of your choosing.
Exit. Yes, exit. Mit Pavati und Naoka. Ja, neues Artwork für Rizzo's Spectrum Brown. Oh, what the fuck is in there?
Hope you've been enjoying your stay.
Totally. Oh, da drüben.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Physical analysis reveals this to be a crate of Rizzo's Spectrum vodka, based on bottle shapes and label types. Chemical analysis reveals that this is not a crate of Rizzo's Spectrum vodka, based on flavor notes and presence of excess ethanol.
Examine a crate. Sample a bottle. Examine a crate. Okay. Chipping counterfeit goods is definitely something someone would do, but luck on is different from necessity. Sample a bottle. Old socks and damn cannon. Don't mind tasting one of these.
I don't even need to, Cap. I can smell it already. That ain't Rizzo's. Rizzo's has a sort of sickly sweetness to it. Like it's a bottle of liquid lollipops. This just smells like piss. I'm actually surprised you can't tell.
Okay. Oh, dann war ja gut, dass wir hier sind. Oh wait, this is open now? Ja, kommt mal wieder rein. Dann können wir nicht die Tür zumachen. Können wir nämlich hier stressfrei alles klauen. Das mit dem Munitionsklauen ist tatsächlich sehr, sehr wichtig. Weil man verbraucht dann doch irgendwie sehr viel. So. Ah, okay, da geht's wieder raus. Da wollen wir nicht hin. Hier ist niemand. Sehr gut.
Great work.
Und hier ist ein Terminal. Was kann man im Terminal machen? View Lockdown Alerts. Any old racketeering to this employee only areas of the warehouse, thank you. Mega verschnupft, was ist denn los? Ja, ich bin auch irgendwie mega verschnupft. Ich glaube, es liegt nicht am... glaube nicht am Schnupfen, sondern eher, dass überall Staub ist. Ich habe nämlich vorhin auch ein bisschen aufgeräumt. Hallo, hallo, Honey Bunny. Schön, dass du da bist. Genau, also ich habe vorhin ein bisschen aufgeräumt und da flog ein wenig viel Staub in der Gegend rum. Und jetzt, genau, ich habe eine fiese Stauballergie und deswegen läuft die ganze Zeit meine Nase, ist richtig bad. Aber sonst, wie geht's dir denn? Genau, deswegen strahlt auch meine Nase so schön. Wie so Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Isn't that fantastic? Alert to all subline underground agents until further notice that Eridanos atmospheric complex is under lockdown. No person is permitted to arrive or depart from the complex without explicit permission from Mr. McCannon. And Mr. Kincannon. Okay, that is bad. Mega abgeschlagen. Was los denn? Or like Vargas. Just get notified that all of Eridanos is locking down. Something bad must have been transpired in the hotel. My scars are aching, which can only mean one thing. There are about to be security issues enough to be a massive void dam plan in my posterior. From what I've seen, every bitch is locking down without my help. Talk about a surprise. Except for the one leading to the Purple Berry Orchards. I'm headed out there to make sure it's done right and to crack some skulls if needed. If you're a SLOC agent and you're reading this, get your ass to the landing pad. If some uppity Byzantine gets out of here on this ship, it's gonna be all our hides. Okay. Ich warte darauf, dass morgen oder übermorgen endlich der Umzug hier losgeht. Ja, krass. Ach so, war das deine Lösung? Oder... Warte, hast du schon mal erzählt, dass du umziehst? Oder war das deine spontane Lösung? Statt langsam wieder ein wenig Energie aus dem nahen Ende zu ziehen, bin ich einfach nur völlig energielos in die Energiespur. Oh. Namens Honey Bunny. Es wird schon. Dein Leid wird ein Ende haben und dann kannst du wieder aufblühen. Ich habe sie rausgeschmissen. Okay, nicht dein Umzug, sondern ihr Umzug. Aber das war dann fantastisch. Dann brauchst du ja, also, ne, dann brauchst du ja nicht so viel Energie, sondern einfach nur, das muss einfach nur vorbeigehen, quasi. Ne? Genau, weil du hattest mir nämlich, ich glaube, gar nicht die Lösung gesehen. This is Sewell here giving a report. Here goes, here's the report. Hey, boss. Any of you see a bar for Spectrum Indigo? Don't touch it, it's mine. Genau das. Und ich soll das viel weniger tangieren, ich bin völlig fertig. Das glaube ich dir. Hey, es ist... Also wenn du... Das energielos sein ist ja jetzt eh so ein... Gefühlt der Zustand aller Menschheit. Von daher macht dir da keinen Kopf drum. Es ist... Du wirst vermutlich erst dann die Erleichterung wirklich spüren, wenn es wirklich durch ist und das dann raus ist und Freiheit ist und ne. Und vielleicht merkst du es dann einfach. Vielleicht kommt dann erst diese Erlösung. Der Energieschub. Crew Quarters Terminal. Avon O'Connell report. Patrol bridge leading to Wilderness Exploitation Reserve for 8 hours, 14 and a quarter minutes. Exchange shift with operator Stillwell, 14 and a quarter minutes late. Patrol landing pad for 8 hours, slept for 4. Slated to return to Wilderness Exploitation Reserve Bridge for today's shift. Okay. Dann wissen wir auch das. Ich kann einfach nicht mehr. Ja, du, das glaube ich dir. Das ist... So ist es auch wirklich arg. Also, das, was du mir von deinem Leid erzählt hast, schon ein bisschen arg.
Easy.
Tada! Wo kommen wir hier raus? Ah, hier sind wir mal raus. Okay, wo geht's als nächstes hin? Achso, stimmt, wir können mal hier nochmal zu dieser Note von diesem Dieb gehen. War das nicht irgendwo? Hier. Okay. Anscheinend nein.
Why'd Helen have to go and die in our hotel? We don't need that kind of notoriety.
Oh, yes. Contact Jake.
Inspector, you're early. Awfully sorry about this, but I'm afraid I can't let you into the spaceport at the moment. We're shipping out some contraband goods, and I can't risk an inspector as an eyewitness. You'll have to come back later.
Mm-hmm. But now I know Slock is shipping contraband goods. Or you can let me in and I'll give you a hand with moving crates. Win-win.
Ah, but you have no proof. All you know is I claim Slug is involved in contraband. And I certainly wouldn't trust my word, would you?
Open the Sprat fucking gate.
You might inspect Purpleberry Orchards while Slug finishes up. We should have the spaceport ready for you by the time you're done. Back again, Inspector. Did you look around?
Don't tell me how to run my investigation.
Wouldn't dream of it, Inspector.
Well, you're trying to.
Back again. Did you look around? Only that I'm no inspector, and as such would hate to bias your investigation with my amateur thoughts.
Ich kann das leider nicht aufmachen. Ich kann es leider nicht hacken. Ist aber auch ein tolles Argument, so. Ja, ich weiß ja jetzt, dass da Contraband existiert. Und er so, ja, aber das habe ich dir gesagt. Und würdest du meinen Worten vertrauen? Nein, deswegen glaube ich dir nicht, dass es Contraband ist, sondern glaube an anderen Shit. Aber gut, wir können hier nicht rein. Also lass mal woanders hingehen. Save complete. Können wir eigentlich da runterspringen? Können wir eigentlich von der Welt springen? Yes, we can. Looky here. RIP. Ganz genau. Aber hey, wissen wir müssen aufpassen an den Rändern, weil man kann tatsächlich runterfliegen.
Ooh, is that woolly cow shit? Did a woolly cow drown in here?
What the fuck? What are you? Why are you?
Oh, you're that inspector, right? Sorry, but the pool's currently closed on account of it stinking worse than my boss. What can I do for you?
Why does the pool look all green?
Space me if I knew. I got here for my shift this morning and found it this way. They can't yell at me for this one, which is good, because a lot of folks seem upset by it.
What, this morning? So that happened just before the Spectrum Brown launch?
Gee, you're pretty sharp. Yeah, the reception party would have extended out here, but we had to close it off. What with the contamination. And now the reception ain't happening anyway. Can't do much now but wait for the stench to wear off. We found the individual hired to clean face down in a puddle of his own spit in the orchards. Guess he won't be helping.
Something about this sounds off kilter. I'd like to take a look around.
Alright. You may want to visit the Sun Parlor. That's where that Rizzo's fool mixed the chemicals he used. Oh, and you could talk to Lily, my boss. She probably has some great advice. I saw her walk toward the bridge to the Purpleberry Orchards earlier. Reckon she's still there. Now, anything else I can do for you?
Yes. Got a question about the pool.
So long as you don't want to go in, I can answer anything.
Pretty heavily armed for a pool guard, aren't you?
Yeah, it's part of the job. I think I'm listed as a security consultant. But all that really means is that if I'm caught without this thing, I get put on pool guard duty. I don't know what happens if I'm caught without it on pool guard duty, but I know that I don't want to find out.
You said that Rizzo's hired someone to do the cleaning?
Yep, still dead. Usually Rizzo's is pretty good at making sure the people they hire ain't got tripicale for brains, but that fella clearly wasn't worth trusting. I met him briefly once. Seemed level-headed enough, but that must have been just a front. Otherwise, he wouldn't have made such a mess of things.
And died.
Sounds...
Okay. Was passiert, wenn ich da reinsteige?
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Analysis reveals the chemical signature of this compound is 80% semblant of fertilizer used in the Purpleberry Orchards. The other 20% is semblant of pool water.
Okay, kein Wunder, riecht das hier nach toter Kuh oder nach Kuh, wenn einfach 80% davon Exkremente der Kuh sind. Okay.
Anyone up for a game of sudden death knockout? Yeah, me neither.
So, mal schauen. Finden wir hier noch irgendwas Interessantes? Ja. Knockout Court memo. To all guests, management urgently requests you refrain from using tossball equipment on the sudden death knockout courts. Guests using court have not signed the proper paperwork for death and dismemberment by any equipment other than knockout rackets. Any hemorrhages, brain damage, or life-threatening concussions caused due to tossball-related mischief will result in extensive fines. Should you desperately wish to sate your tossball recreation needs, management recommends you to visit the Rizzo's Rangers on the second VIP guest floor. Slug is not responsible for any guests beaten to death by the Rangers during scrimmage matches. Okay. Es ist spannend, weil dieses Poster haben wir schon öfter mal gesehen und jetzt sehen wir tatsächlich, naja, okay, abgesehen von Halcyon Helen, sehen wir tatsächlich die Charaktere dazu. Das ist irgendwie cool. Das ist cooles Vorstellung.
We're in the middle of a lockdown. No one's supposed to be coming or going. And when I can't get a hold of anyone in the orchards, I can't make sure of that, can I?
No, Miss Vargas. Sorry, I'll work on getting a hold of someone.
Great, you do that. I'll be waiting right here.
So, Lily's sublight?
Swear to the architect, Matthias, if you've lost your rifle's ionization coil again. Oh, wait, you ain't part of my crew. What do you want?
Who's Matthias?
An idiot. I suspect he's avoiding me, actually, which is the first smart thing he's done all month. Sorry, but do you need something? Between the landing pad, lockdowns, gate closures, and constant questions from angry guests, I've got a lot on my plate. And if that don't beat all, one of my crew is AWOL.
Missing person? I'm actually an inspector. Could look into that for you.
If you're serious, I'd appreciate the help. He's been missing a few days, and we're low on staff as it is.
Wait a few days? Why do you wait until now to search for him?
It's not exactly uncommon for slug agents to go on the odd bender. They'll pick a place they think I don't know about and hunker down. Usually I don't bother with the discipline and paperwork. Gotta pick your battles. Thing is, they usually resurface within 24 hours, or at least yell for medical help. This guy, not a peep.
I'll look into it. What do I need to know?
The missing crew member's Evan O'Connell. He's one of about 2 slug agents I can trust with more complex tasks than stand here and look tough. Friendly type. Well-behaved, followed orders. Anyone else, I'd think they got drunk and fell asleep in a ditch somewhere, but O'Connell's not really the type. He was last stationed at the Wilderness Checkpoint. I'd search there first.
Okay, I'll get on that. So, das heißt, wir haben hier eine Serie von Leuten, die irgendwie verschwinden und sterben. Kann das sein? Das ist ja löblich. Muss dir vorstellen, ne? Hinter dir steht einer und reicht so mit dem Arm vor dir in den Schrank und klaut da was raus. Und du denkst dir so, naja, steht hinter mir, habe ich nicht gesehen, wer es war. Ist voll gut. Ach, diese Drecksnase. So. Das Einzige, was ein bisschen schade ist, wir haben jetzt eigentlich das Ende von unserer Streamzeit erreicht. Meth, by the way, ist es eigentlich Absicht, dass du noch in meinem Discord hängst? Also im Voice? Ich hab's gerade gemerkt, du bist immer noch drin. Du hast dich zwar gedeafened, aber du bist immer noch da. Oh, that's actually... Okay.
Nice.
Das ist Gegner hier. Gegner? Web. Hm?
Here we go. Attack! Attack!
Down they go!
So. Zerschieß den Kollegen mal da drüben, dankeschön. Wow. Ouch.
Not you too!
Shit, wir haben noch... wir haben... Obwohl, da haben wir gespeichert. Gut.
Here we go. You got him. Sure, Cap. I see you now.
Genau, patzt mal runter bitte. Dankeschön.
Covering you. That's worse. Careful, you're hurt.
Au. Wow. Bewegen wir. Anscheinend müssen wir tatsächlich mal schauen, dass wir hier ein bisschen Rüstung anziehen. Normalerweise gehen die Kämpfe einfacher. So, komm, dann hier. Scheinbar können wir nicht unsere Ausgehuniform anziehen, sondern müssen wir tatsächlich eine echte Rüstung anziehen. So.
Here we go. Don't mess with us. am a storm! This is bad! Hell of a shot!
Ist Ruhe? Ist Ruhe. So. Schnief, schnief. Schnief, schnief. Diese Nase. Genau, den haben wir schon untersucht. Danvers.
Security Officer Danvers, nightly report number 27. No sign of trouble, but I'm on the lookout. It's out there, I'll find it. Wait, I think I see someone. Approaching now. Excuse me, sir or madam. I require your participation in my nightly security report.
Well, that failed phenomenally. Welcome. Okay, was zur Hölle haben wir hier gefunden? What is all this?
Gosh, that's clever.
Okay, wir haben irgendeinen Schlüssel bekommen. Spannend. Okay. Ich glaube, wir machen an der Stelle mal Schluss. Auch einfach, weil...
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Genau. Wir machen aber an dieser Stelle mal Schluss. Weil meine Nase läuft wie nur. Scheiß Marathon und so, warte mal. Genau, also, ihr wisst jetzt, wie The Murder on Eridanos beginnt. Wir werden das auch noch weiterspielen, das kann ich euch versprechen, weil das ist einfach zu fantastisch. Ich habe zu viel Spaß an diesem Spiel. Na genau, das war die Episode 1. Wir werden vermutlich dann nächsten Freitag oder so weitermachen. Ich weiß auch gar nicht, ob wir es im Stream machen oder ob ich es nicht lieber als YouTube-Video machen will. Ja, das ist dann vielleicht ein bisschen angenehmer für Leute zum Schauen, weil es einfach vermutlich kürzere Episoden sind. Aber ja. Genau, schreibt mir auch gerne Feedback dazu, ob ihr das gerne hier im Stream sehen wollt, mit uns gemeinsam, also live dann oder eher als YouTube-Video. Und dann sehen wir uns am Montag wieder. Montag geht es dann weiter mit irgendwelchen Indie-Games. Ich kann mal kurz reinpieken, was ich denn in mein Schedule reingeschrieben habe. Was soll da drin sein? Eventuell schauen wir uns da ein paar Simulatoren an. Trial Life Simulator, Mechanic Simulator, was ja auch gerade irgendwie frisch rauskam. Ansonsten stehen auch noch auf der Liste Mail Mole und Dandy Ace. Ich weiß nicht, ob wir das alles am Montag hinkriegen. Genau. Dann wünsche ich euch aber eine gute Nacht. Schlaf gut und träumt was Schönes. Wir werden noch irgendwen raiden. Ich werde das gleich raussuchen. Oder warte mal, wir suchen das gemeinsam raus. Und, genau, warte mal. Wir können ja mal hier wechseln. Damit ich mich in größer seht. Wen haben wir denn hier? Wer ist denn noch live? Ach, wisst ihr was? Wir schmeißen nicht rüber zu der Normal Disaster. Die machen ja gerade hier Among Us. Und... Genau. Also. Ups. Nein, hier komm, kannst du mal bitte, dankeschön. Raid. Normal Disaster. Ich hoffe, ihr kommt noch kurz mit. Sagt noch auch dort im Stream Hallo und gute Nacht oder so ähnlich. Und dann sehen wir uns, wie gesagt, am Montag. Schönes Wochenende euch. Ciao. Den Nachbar stört das nicht. Der Nachbar denkt sich so, der Typ bringt eine Bombe an, ist ja egal. Der andere hat mir dem letzten mein Rasenmäher ausgeborgt und nicht zurückgebracht, das Luder. Geschieht ihm recht. Okay. Well. Wenn sie uns das geben wollen, meinetwegen, Ich habe meine Ulti auch verschwendet. Weil ich ein bisschen drauf gesetzt habe, dass der Typ noch Beats hat. Das ist halt ein bisschen failbar. Knapp. Das da oben rechts war jetzt sehr knapp.
Oh, ist das was Schönes, ne? Pass auf, pass auf. Mal gucken, ich bin noch nie ohne Scheiß in einem Mini Cooper gesessen, du? Mein Kameramann auch ein guter. Bist du Koreaner?
Nee.
Wo kommst du her?
Deutschland.
Deutschland, aber Eltern?
China.
Geil. Ah, jetzt sind wir hier drin, ganz unter uns, hä? Mein Lieber. Wie ist das so, hä? Mit mir allein?
Naja.
Hm? Nee, ist nix? Wie ist nix, oder was?
Das ist mein Typ, Mann.
Musst jetzt mal gucken, das sehen alle draußen am Fernseher, was wir hier reden. Hallo Kinder!
Und warum sind eigentlich alle meine Lappen noch irgendwie Level 4?
Gefunden. Hier. Ich habe
Hier,
die Seite
schieb ihn rein.
Habe ich.
Wunderbar. Ich habe nichts davon gemerkt. Mein Team heißt jetzt My Little M4. Armor is Magic wollte ich eigentlich noch hinzufügen, aber Armor is Magic ist einfach zu lang.
Aber ich habe eine MK11.
Das ist alles M4. Das ist alles M4. Schau's dir an.
Nein. Nein. Nein.
Alter Schwede.
Schön. Haben wir das auch geklärt.
Ja, Yukano, alles M4. Ja, wir spielen erst seit gestern, ich weiß.
Kano hat einen M4 auf dem Rücken.
Ja, auf jeden Fall. Deshalb zieht mich das auch nach hinten die ganze Zeit, weil es eine M4 ist.
Guck, der Typ da hat auch eine M4 auf dem Rücken. Hier.
Und zerschießt dir vielleicht die Schulter, wenn du damit schießt.
Nee, das macht das Magazin an der Seite schon.
Jeroen?
Ja.
Guck mal, der hier.
Der sitzt sogar auf einem M4.
Der sitzt auf einem M4, ne?
Das ist richtig gut.